Well, folks, kids used to be our most treasured asset, but there is a certain point of view that says that kids are basically dispensable items to be used or abused at your whim. Unfortunately, that particular perspective has made an ugly comeback. Paganism is on the rise. And now, finally, I guess they feel brave enough to say it out loud. The Coming for Your Children chant has been used for years at Pride events, according to longtime march attendees and gay rights activists, who said it's one of many provocative expressions used to regain control of slurs against LGBTQ people. And in this case, they said, right-wing activists are jumping on a single video to weaponize an out-of-context remark to further stigmatize the queer community. Okay, first of all, if there was a Christian march where people were chanting, "We're coming for your children," the left would go berserk, right? Because now, in reality, every ideology is coming for children in some way or another. The question is the ideology good or is the ideology bad? The reason that they had to hide their agenda is everybody understands the transgressive ideology whereby sexual self-satisfaction and identity and personal behavior that you seek to perform in the world without consequence, that being the center of your morality, that's not a good system of morality, generally speaking. People know that, which is why they were trying to hide the agenda. But the agenda is bursting loose in all sorts of perverse ways. Nonetheless, I've a couple of other stories on this that are breaking today. A couple of other stories demonstrating the extent to which paganism has now infected the worldview of the West. Piece from the Center for Bioethics and Culture Network. Recently, I had a young woman reach out to me on Facebook via direct message. Her message began with, "I have a super urgent question." I knew immediately it was either an egg donation or surrogacy gone bad problem. The woman went on to describe a current situation in her family involving her niece, a young married mother with 4 young children, doing her second surrogacy. During her first surrogacy, she delivered twins, and since it was without any noticeable problems, she decided to do another surrogacy. Her aunt communicated to me that her niece is very kind, caring, and loves to help people. However, this surrogate pregnancy had taken a dramatic turn for the worse because during her second trimester, she was diagnosed with aggressive metastatic breast cancer. The problem facing her niece, she explained, was if she consented to treatment directed at her cancer, she would be required to terminate the pregnancy because the cancer therapy would be harmful to developing 24-week fetus. Unwilling to abort the baby, the surrogate mother and her family were left trying to find a hospital where she'd be allowed to deliver the baby early in order to allow her to begin her cancer treatment. They knew at this stage in the pregnancy the baby might not survive, but that with support from the hospital staff, the baby could possibly survive. So again, the situation in this particular case is a woman who's being used as a surrogate by 2 gay fathers, as it turns out. Right? So one of them presumably provided the sperm, surrogate mom provides the egg, and then surrogate mom, who is biological mom, she is now carrying the child, but she has cancer, it turns out, and she needs to get chemo. So in order to get the chemo, she also would like to give birth on purpose early to the child so it doesn't kill the child. And here is where the amoral paganism of our society comes into play. The surrogate was faced with the decision most pregnant women hope they never have to face, saving one life at the risk of losing another. To make matters worse, the 2 intended fathers wanted her to abort the baby because they didn't want a baby who would be born prematurely and who may have serious medical needs. Because the baby is a product. The baby is a purse. The baby is not a real human. The baby is just a thing that you can dispense with if it becomes inconvenient. Our friends over at Genucel sold out of their dark spot corrector, and our listeners have been begging for a restock. Well, good news, just in time for summer, it is now back. Genucel's famous dark spot corrector has not 1, but 3 cutting-edge ingredients. It goes to work fast to target sunspots, dark spots, liver spots, even old discoloration, both on your face and your hands. You can now enjoy your summer sun, beach, and barbecues without those embarrassing spots. Genucel's most popular package also features their summer essentials, like the best-selling Ultra Retinol Moisturizer with a powerful retinol alternative for safe use in the sun. You'll be amazed how quickly you'll see results, or 100% of your money back, guaranteed. Go to Genucel.com/Shapiro right now. Get your dark spot corrector in the Genucel most popular package. That's Genucel.com/Shapiro right now. Save over 70% off Genucel's most popular package. My mom has used Genucel. My wife has used Genucel. I myself have used Genucel. It is an excellent product. All orders will include a mystery luxury gift while supplies last. Genucel.com/Shapiro. Go check them out right now. Again, that's Genucel.com/Shapiro. Get your dark spot corrector in that Genucel most popular package and save over 70% off that particular package. Everybody knows I love my Helix mattress, that basically it is the thing that is keeping me alive right now, given the fact that I have a lot going on at the house with the new baby and the dog and a lot going on. But Helix mattress now has their newest, most high-end collection, Helix Elite. Helix has harnessed years of extensive mattress expertise to bring their customers a truly elevated sleep experience. The Helix Elite collection includes 6 different mattress models, each tailored for specific sleep positions and firmness preferences. I've had my Helix mattress for at least 6-7 years at this point. It is durable. It is great. It's firm but breathable, which is exactly what I was looking for. That the reason they knew to send me that mattress is because I took their 2-minute sleep quiz. It matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Because why would you have a mattress that's built for somebody else? Doesn't make any sense. Go to helixsleep.com/Ben. Do the same thing I did. Take that 2-minute sleep quiz. Find the perfect mattress for your body and sleep type. Your mattress will then come directly to your door for free. Plus, Helix has a 10-year warranty. You get to try out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will. Helix has over 12,000 5-star reviews. Their financing options and flexible payment plans make it so a great night's sleep is never far away. For a limited time, Helix is offering up to 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. It's their best offer yet. Hurry on over to helixsleep.com/Ben right now. With Helix, better sleep starts right now. The fathers refuse to entertain the idea of allowing the baby, if delivered alive, to be adopted by the surrogate or someone else. So one of the dads who provided the sperm, he says, no, I don't want that baby to live. I would rather that baby die because that baby might have a condition if the baby is born early, even though the baby has to be born early in order so that you might try to save your life from the cancer. The fathers stated they did not want their DNA out there being raised by someone else. Even one of the surrogate's doctors said they knew someone willing to adopt the baby, but the fathers just wanted a death certificate for the child and asked that no life-saving measures be performed on the baby if he was born alive. It's unclear why the fathers requested a death certificate. Maybe it was to render the surrogacy contract null and void, since the pregnancy didn't end with them receiving the baby. Surrogates are often paid their compensation through the duration of the pregnancy, with the final payment made at the surrendering of the child and relinquishing their maternal rights if applicable by state law. So number one, you shouldn't be using other people's wombs in order to generate babies. It is not a good thing. Okay, this is a generally bad practice for specifically this reason. You're creating a biological mother who you then forcibly separate from the child. Not a good situation. In the next few days that followed from when this woman made initial contact with me, the family found a lawyer who was of no use. They reached out to Child Protective Services and were told that with a request for this type of immediate intervention, law enforcement would have to intervene. They contacted their local sheriff's department, who were sympathetic, but said this was up to the hospital and they knew of no law that would allow them to intervene. In their desperation to get help for the otherwise healthy fetus, they were sad that CPS didn't see this as infanticide if the baby was born alive, but no one tried to support this premature infant. Eventually, the surrogate mother was able to find a hospital who would induce labor and deliver the baby vaginally. The baby was born in the early hours of the morning and died soon after. This is just obviously a horrifying story, but it is indicative of a culture in which people feel that our own children are not precious things to be saved. They are accessories to be dispensed with if they become inconvenient. So, by the way, are sick and are elderly, which is why in Canada, euthanasia has become such a convenience to so many people. Quebec, for example, is the world's leading euthanasia hotspot, according to the UK Daily Mail. 7% of all deaths in Quebec are now lethal injection. Officials there are expanding access to Alzheimer's sufferers, and they are forcing all hospices to offer assisted suicide. It's Quebec. Got to make sure that you can inject the olds who have Alzheimer's and make sure that they die in their beds, Soylent Green style. Nearly 8% of all deaths in Quebec are assisted suicide, far higher than in Canada, Canada's other provinces, and even other such countries like Belgium and the Netherlands. And now, basically, you get Alzheimer's and they would like to kill you as well. Another horror story out of Canada right now is there's a quadriplegic Ontario woman who is considering medically assisted suicide because of long medical wait times. She's applying because she says it's easier to access than the support services she needs to live her life comfortably. Rose Finlay, 33, has been a full-time wheelchair user since a diving accident when she was 17, according to the CBC. But for the past year, she's been without the reliable daily support she needs. So that means that she's getting recurring urinary tract and kidney infections. She said, I've been bedridden. My quality of life has decreased. So basically, Canada's beautiful nationalized healthcare system has done a terrible job of caring for this lady. She'd rather have them kill her. This is the value of life in a pagan system. And there is no moral neutral. Okay? Either your society is filled with the air and water of Judeo-Christian religion and tradition and morality, religion that has been time-tested and found to be effective and durable, or you can have this new paganistic religion, which sees apparently no value to life whatsoever, whether you're talking abortion, whether you're talking euthanasia. Alrighty, guys, the rest of the show continues right now. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll get into the vaunted Ben Shapiro Show mailbag. If you're not a member, become a member, use code Shapiro, check out for 2 months free on all annual plans. Click that link in the description and join us.